Welcome back to Inside Recovery, the program where we have the real conversations about one of life's most challenging journeys. My name is Milka, and today we are talking about something that sits at the very core of addiction but barely gets the spotlight it deserves. Yes, we're talking about the loss of self in the journey of addiction, and today I am not alone. We have Counselor Monica in the building once again. Karibu sana Monica.
Asante.
Yes,
I'm glad to be
amazing.
here.
Unakaa fiti kabisa.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Milka.
So whoever doesn't know you, amekuona for the first time, you can introduce yourself. And the reason as to why I always tell my guests to introduce themselves, I might miss some details about them, and you can do better.
Thank you very much.
So who is Monica for those who are seeing you for the first time?
Okay. My name is Monica Kagori from Beyond Trust Wellness Center. Our work is to help women and give them a shoulder to lean on in the journey of addiction recovery, mental health struggles. We tell them that recovery is not just breaking free from addiction. It's also a journey of refining, rebuilding their life again, and also being able to get to their worths and put a value tag in their life.
I love that introduction.
Thank you very much.
So today we are talking about the loss of self in this journey of addiction.
Yes.
And as a counselor, how do you explain to clients, or to me probably, what losing yourself in addiction actually means?
Okay, losing yourself in addiction actually is not a one-day journey. It is slowly begins by the element of the addiction itself start making decision for you. This is when your values, your goals, your relationship, and even your personality become overshadowed by the use of the substance. This is when now you used to be there for your children, you used to be there for your family, you used to do things in time, on time, but you realize you're now procrastinating. That is when now the addiction start becoming, you start losing yourself. You start now identifying with that substance, with that alcohol, with that mental element. Now it becomes a part and parcel of who you are. Yes.
You know, one thing, this is a compliment. I love how you explain, things like in layman's language, like anybody can understand.
Yes, because I want people out there to pick and to understand and even to resonate, because there are many people who are struggling outside there with any element of addiction. You know, Milka, we talk about addiction.
Yes.
We rush to conclude it's alcohol. We rush to conclude it's weed, it's substance abuse. There are other addictions like maybe sexual perversion.
True.
There are other addictions, even maybe eating. There are other addictions, even what we call social media. All those that hinders you to deliver what you're supposed to do.
Sure.
It's an addiction. Thank you, Milka.
Nice one. Now, from a clinical perspective,
Yes.
At what stage of addiction does identity loss typically begin? Sorry.
Let me start by talking about the word loss of identity.
Yes.
This is when you disconnect from the person who you truly are. That is the loss of identity. You start disconnecting with self. Now, identity loss does not begin instantly. It is a gradual process. It's something that slowly start happening. In psychology, we say, when you start internalizing any emotion, talk about negative emotions or positive emotions. This is when, Milka, you find me somewhere and you start calling me names or you start intimidate me. That is when I internalize negative emotions. If I internalize those emotions over time, it forms a character in me. Then with time of the same, even with time of the substance, it stops being a character, it becomes an identity. Zile wanasema, I have to take my 2 bottles so that I sleep.
Yes.
I have to take in the morning nitoe lock.
Yes.
You know the word lock?
Yeah.
So that I can be able to handle matters during the day. That is when now you start now identifying. It's a gradual process.
Yes.
It's not a one-day affair.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's a gradual process.
Yes.
Nice one. So what are the signs you look for in a client that tell you the person beneath the addiction has started to disappear, has started losing self?
Good. This is when you start or you stop enjoying the things you loved. There are things I used to do.
Yes.
And then slowly by slowly I stop enjoying them. I start withdrawing from relationships. The people that I honor, the people that I have to be there for them, I start now having no time for them.
Yes.
And also things like neglecting responsibilities. I once was able to do things on time and was able to fix things before time, not because I don't have money, but I start now slowly, what mattered to me stop now making that serious sense. That is when now you start realizing you are struggling.
Yes.
You are even struggling to recognize who you are as a person.
Yes.
Is it me? Is it me? Those elements also matters a lot. That is when now you start realizing it's coming, it's becoming a habit.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice one, thank you. And before we continue, this program is sponsored by NCP New Chapter Place Counseling and Rehabilitation Center. This one, call this number and you will get help. Now they do counseling services, psychiatric care. You know, today we are talking about losing of self in the journey of addiction. Now, Counselor Monica is one of the counselor Hapo NCP. So call this number, call them. This flyer that you're seeing here, call them and you will get the help that you need. I always say it might not be you, it might be your parent, might be your sister, a friend. Now help them. Yes. Now, counselor, how does someone's identity become centered of addiction psychologically?
Good. We say that what starts as a behavior,
yes,
now becomes a coping mechanism. You started like a behavior,
yes,
then now you have to become now that is what I do so that I cope with life. I cannot continue without now doing that behavior,
yes,
or taking that element of substance, and eventually a person start defining themselves based on that addiction rather than their own ability as a person. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now, how do you challenge, I believe, them that says, this is who I am, like, huyo ni mimi, I cannot change, this is who I am?
Already,
yes,
they have identified with the substance. They believe that I cannot do without that bottle. They believe that I have to take weed to sleep. So to be able to challenge that believer, you help the person realize their value. And also you make the person understand this is just a behavior, it's an experience. It is not originally who they are. They can do what we call, they can unlearn, they can learn and relearn another behavior. It's something that they have experienced over time. That is not true them, that is not really who they are. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
How much of identity loss is tied to shame, trauma, or pre-existing struggles?
Good. You talk about how much of it.
Yes, how much of it?
It's tied to addiction.
Yes.
It's not always. It's not that trauma, shame, identity loss is just tied on addiction.
Okay.
It can also be tied to things like pain. It can also be tied to things like the struggle in childhood. You know, a child who was raised being not affirmed, being intimidated. There's nothing good the child growing up had from their parents, their loved one. That child grow up questioning their identity. So it is not only the element of addiction. It also can come from trauma, it can come from pain, it can come from relationship breakdowns, it can also come from loss and grief, losing a loved one. So all in that combination can make someone lose self-identity. And there's a journey of recovery when it comes to loss of identity. Thank you.
So it is not only
On substance.
On substance, might be trauma,
Yes.
challenges, how you were raised.
How we are raised, losses.
Yeah,
We live in a
losses,
world that we lose every other day.
True.
You can also check around what happened to Tumishi. That itself is a loss and a painful tragedy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that element of loss can break those loved ones, those parents, to the point of losing their identity if they don't get into terms with the loss and recover after that, or if they don't get a counselor who can help them through the process of loss and grief. Yeah.
You've just mentioned about Tumishi and I'm like, oh yeah, it is.
It is hard on them. I happened to meet a number of girls from Utumishi for one-on-one session, and those children are going through trauma. Some of them are not sleeping. Some of them having nightmares. You have to help them process that, because we say, for us who are Christian, we say the grace of God is sufficient. That's what the Bible says. But we also say process the pain. It's very important.
Yes.
Process that which you are not being able to, because it has stages. It has the stage of shock.
Yeah,
it has the stage of blame. The girls are blaming others.
Yeah, true.
You blame somebody else when it comes to death. There's also stage of denial, denying the fact that my daughter is normal, denying the fact that it is Utumishi Girls, a good national school, that has had this tragedy. Then, if it's not well processed, anger happens, bitterness happens, and then you get into a stage of depression.
Yeah, true.
Depression is real. I say it does not have face. People can smile, at the same time they are depressed. Then we go to acceptance. That's a topic of another day.
No, we can dig into
yes.
things.
Please don't divert from today's topic.
Yes. So, how do you help someone rediscover who they are in recovery?
Good. We help them, first of all, explore their values. Yeah?
Yes.
Explore their passion. Explore their dreams. Explore the purpose.
Yes.
Remember, recovery is not just stopping alcohol, stopping substance abuse.
Yes.
It's also rebuilding a meaningful life. After you stop, you start now rebuilding the meaning of life. Because when you're addicted, it's just layers on top of a strong person inside of you.
Yes.
So the journey is to help the person rediscover who they are.
Yes.
Because it's hidden just beneath the pain, beneath the substance. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Maybe
Yes.
I did not mention, today we are not talking only about women.
We are talking even about men.
This is general.
This is general. Yes. It's only because I have a passion for women.
Yes, exactly.
And I know women has a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
You see the way culture talk about women. Just do your own survey.
Yeah, true.
You'll check if, for example, a man loses a wife. Very quickly, the community, the fellow was tells the person, marry. Marry as soon as possible. Check around. If the same happened to a woman, somebody tells you, what about your children? Yeah? What about, again, you bring another person? So women has a very huge responsibility, not in terms of making money, but in terms of nurturing, in terms of passing a godly generation, in terms of passing a responsible generation, and in terms of passing non-traumatized generation.
True.
Yeah, there's that element.
Yes.
Remember, we are coming from a generation of dictatorial. Our parents who used to be a dictatorial, dictators, very authoritarian parents.
True.
To a generation of those people who understand who they are.
Yeah.
So we have to disconnect the cord, which is so strong from inside. Yes. Thank you.
So it is not for women, it is for you.
Yes.
You man, you young woman and lady who is there.
Yes.
So how does the road back from profound identity look like? Look like?
You talk about
the road back.
The road back.
Yes.
Looking back.
Profound,
This is a journey of healing. Looking back, it has to be a journey of healing.
True.
It has to be a journey of self-discovery, rebuilding trust.
Yes.
Remember, when you are in that world of addiction, you break so many trusts. people don't trust you anymore.
True.
So there's also element of rebuilding the trust, developing healthy relationships. Healthy relationships from the relationship you have, and also learning to believe in oneself again, other than anybody else. Because in the process of hurting other people, you realize you also wounded yourself. You hated the person you are. Look and research. 90% of people who are in addiction, first of all, they don't love themselves.
True.
So they have nothing to give to their loved one.
Yes.
Because I can't be able to love you if I don't love myself.
Yeah,
so it starts with personal repair,
yes,
personal rebuilding,
yes,
before now it starts now overflowing to the loved one and the community.
True.
At large.
Nice.
Yes.
Very, 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 very nice.
Yes.
What message do you wish families and communities understood about addiction and identity? Now I want to to advise or to give that message to families.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. One thing I would want to tell families is that addiction affects much more than a behavior. It impacts personal sense of self.
Yes.
Before now everything. Recovery is not just about quitting a substance.
True.
It is about helping someone become themselves again. They become who they are again. So I would tell the people outside there that in case you are struggling or you are walking through a difficult season of depression, addiction, a season where you feel lost, remember your current struggle is not your final destination. Loved one, parents, and people who are having someone struggling with addiction, it's not the end of the road. It's doable. There is help outside there. There is help in New Chapter Police Rehabilitation. There is help in Beyond Trust, Women Wellness Center, whereby there's no judgment. They can be listened to. They can be given a helping hand, and they can become the person they're supposed to become.
As we conclude, I want to now to give your number. Where can we find you?
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Again, my name is Monica Kagori, a certified counseling psychologist, and I am based in Roiro, behind Spamol. That is where we have our center for women, and our telephone number is 0724 248 358. Every day you choose to try again is a sign of strength. So choose to try again, and we are here to help you. Thank you. Thank you.
This conversation is why exactly Inside Recovery exists, because healing isn't just stopping a behavior. It's about finding your way back to yourself. That's it for today. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye.